Yeah, the Jeep I just got stuck and is now en route to a mechanic on a flatbed is my nomination for Best Budget Overlander, and I'm going to tell you why you should consider it too. Hey there, my name is Dewie Jones. I'm a Colorado off-roader, currently in Tennessee, and what we do on this channel is we film trail guides. Now today I'm going to tell you about what I think is one of the best budget overlanders out there. This one is not on a lot of people's radar, so I'm going to tell you all about the Jeep Liberty, specifically the KJ Jeep Liberty, so here we go. Alright, so let's talk about how I plan on using this vehicle as an overlander. First off, this vehicle is awesome. This vehicle is a Jeep. It has Jeep capability built right into it. We're going to discuss that in this video. But what this vehicle has that maybe my Wrangler doesn't is cargo capability. It also has the capability to do long trips more comfortably. Now, my Wrangler is extremely comfortable, but mostly the size aspect. It doesn't have a lot of cargo space. Now, this one has the cargo space. Can store a lot of stuff, and stuff I mean like for overlanding, like maybe a rooftop tent, maybe a refrigerator. But the main aspect of this Jeep is it can get to spectacular camping spots wherever I want to take it, and it should have some pretty good off-roading moments before it gets there. But what makes it even better is it's cheap. Now, I've seen these things going for $2,500, and they're worth every penny in my opinion. I mean, this one is 17 years old, has barely given my parents any problems. It has 180,000 miles on the motor, and it's been extremely reliable. That's pretty impressive, but sounds pretty good. Let's get into why this thing isn't, the most highly regarded Jeep out there. Maybe you know about the Liberty, but maybe you don't, as I don't see it making many budget overlander or used off-roader lists. So as I drive you around Cherokee National Forest, let's start off with why this Jeep is usually an afterthought for many off-road enthusiasts. Okay, now the Liberty replaced the iconic Jeep Cherokee XJ, which you can see in our trail guides as Zach now wheels one. The Cherokee XJ was produced for about 20 years and is still highly desirable. I've seen these Jeeps going for well over $10,000 while the Liberty goes for considerably less, even though the Liberty is a newer vehicle. Well, this is because the Liberty had some major flaws that many longtime Jeepers just did not like. The first of these so-called flaws was that they changed the motor from the legendary inline-6 4.0 liter to a variety of motors, including this 3.7 liter V6. Many people didn't like this change, but this 3.7 liter has been awesome for my parents over the last 17 years. Next, Jeep got rid of the front solid axle of the XJ and went with independent front suspension. Although I am a solid axle fan, if you watch this channel, then we know independent suspension vehicles can get the job done. Sean's KL has gone on some incredible trails, and that is completely independent. These trails include Wheeler Lake and Red Cone. Those previous negatives depend on your perspective, but I think we can all agree the Liberty has a window problem. Yeah, for some reason the KJ's electronic windows fail way too easily. I'm personally hoping that there is an aftermarket fix for this, but if not, there's always duct tape. Now to the final point of this section, some people just don't like the looks. But in the next section, I'm going to show you why this was actually a really cool design. Okay, hopefully those negatives did not scare you off. Now let's talk about why I think this Jeep Liberty could be the perfect overlander, especially perfect budget overlander. First off, this thing reminds me so much of the Jeep day car concept, which was a TJ concept 4-door variant. It basically looks like this Liberty. It has the round headlights, it has the 7-slot grille, it has the off-road lights, and to me that just looks really good. Now the other thing about this Jeep is it has the off-road capability. Yes, it has independent front suspension, but this thing is rugged, this thing is tough. A few days ago I took this thing into a ditch at 50 miles an hour. There was rocks on the side of the ditch. It was definitely a rough go. but this thing handled it well. The only thing that's hurting right now is that fog light. I can fix that hot fog light or put new fog lights on it, no big deal. The thing has been driving great ever since. Is also extremely rugged for what it is, and I think it's going to be able to hold up pretty well against our Colorado trails, and especially I think it's going to be a great vehicle for multi-day off-road adventures. The other thing about that's great about this Jeep is it does have security. It has a hardtop. It has enough room that I can actually throw some stuff in there. I'm going to be able to put my skis in there if I don't put them on a rack. I'm going to be able to throw scuba tanks in there, snowshoes, hiking boots, whatever I might need. The other thing is this Jeep is trail rated. I am pretty certain I'm going to be able to get this on level 6 trails by itself, and I think it'll be able to pull the trailer or the camper, the off-road camper, on level 4 trails, maybe level 5, but I think level 4 is probably where it's going to be at. Now that to me is really awesome.
Alright guys, it's been a minute. I'm trying to catch back up on this video. I got sick once I returned from the mountains in Tennessee, and back in Colorado it's snowing, it's pretty, but let's talk about what the plans are for the Liberty. Well, first off, it's going to be built as a budget build, and it's going to be used in our trail guides. I'm going to start off with the front. Now the front, I want to upgrade those halogen lights and put LEDs in, just make it brighter, because I'm going to do some night wheeling with it. I also want to add recovery points to the front because we need to be able to recover it if I should get it stuck, because it's going to go on trails and it's going to go on some pretty challenging trails hopefully. So I need to make sure I got everything up front ready to go. Alright, now when it comes to the side, what I want to do there is I definitely want to add rocker protection, some good solid rock rails. I don't know where to go with that. I don't know what's out there for the KJ Liberty, but we're going to look for that. I also want to add some lights to the side to illuminate the side profile for when I'm camping with it, when I'm taking it there, or when I'm on tight trails and want to have a little bit more space to see what I'm potentially getting myself into. The Jeep, I want to be able to carry a bigger tire because we're probably going to go bigger tires eventually on it, so we'll find a way to beef up that spare tire carrier. Also, since it is going to be an overlander, I want to be able to carry more fuel on it, so that's something I'm going to look into, try to find ways to do that. Also, definitely want to have recovery points back there, so that's going to be a big part of what I'm going to do to that. Alright, another point that I want to do with the Jeep Liberty is I want to upgrade the interior. Now the Wrangler has an awesome interior, I love the interior, but the Jeep's interior on the Liberty is just a little dated maybe. It's a little rough, so I want to see what I can do there. Also upgrade the audio, upgrade the navigation capabilities. I want to do a lot of things that will make that Liberty a more modern but budget overlander. If you guys have a shop and think you can take on this Liberty and take on some of the things I just described, hit me up, let me know. But yeah, I'm excited about the Liberty. I'm really excited about the Liberty. I think it's going to be an awesome vehicle in these trail guides, and it's going to show you don't need a Jeep Wrangler, a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon to do what we do on this channel. But that Liberty is going to be really awesome for this channel. We're going to be able to do a lot of really cool videos with it. Mostly trail guides because that's what I want to shoot. But we'll try to shoot some other things that maybe might appeal to some of you guys that we don't typically do. We'll see. But if you want to see what I really like shooting, check this video up here. And if you want to see what we have coming up, hit that subscribe button. Thanks guys for watching. Have a good one.